This is a video on how to use the PlySmlt2 app on your graphing calculator. It does two things, and I will show both things. And then I'll show you the choices online that you can use if you don't have a graphing calculator. So in your calculator's apps menu, so you're going to press apps, there should be an app PlySmlt2. I call it PlySmlt2. That will allow you to find roots of any polynomial, okay, and those are important, and will also allow you to solve linear systems of equations, which at times is important. So you're going to go for, and so we want to start with the poly root finder, so we'll stay up there. And for the sake of what you'll be doing, we want to stay on order 2. So that's a quadratic of highest power 2. Choose real and frac, and then the rest pretty much doesn't matter. But you definitely want 2 real and frac chosen. And then next, and you're just going to put in the quadratic that you're trying to solve. So let's say you're trying to solve this. 2x squared minus 3x minus 2 to find the roots or the x-intercepts. So you're going to put 2, negative 3, and negative 2 in there. And then going to go to your solve, and it will generate both the fraction and decimal, so you can hit that little button there. So that is the graphing calculator way. If you need to use the online one that I have in here, so you'll see the roots calculator site, and you're just going to tap on that and it will take you there, and then you're going to put in the quadratic or polynomial that you want to find the roots of. So 2x squared minus 3x minus 2, and then you're just going to go calculate. Notice I chose the fraction, so down below here it will generate the 2 roots. Notice that it does the factoring, and I'm going to warn you against using the factoring on this. That is actually not the correct factoring, so it's using an algorithm that doesn't really generate the type of factoring that we want to do. So the type of factoring that we want to do has all integers in the factored expression. So do not look at that. Sometimes it's right, but when it generates these fraction roots, you need to follow what I show you and be cautious on using that. Okay, so there's that side of the PlySmlt2. Let's go back to the main menu here. And let's go down to the simultaneous equation solver. So this solves linear systems, and basically you just want to do 2 and 2, and then frac, and then we're ready. And then it's going to ask you to put in the coefficients. The important thing here is, I've got 3 of these, that you need to have the system stacked correctly. So you need to have, the first variable, usually an x, both of those on one side stacked up, and you need to have the second variable, usually a y, on that same side. So if the system is kind of discombobulated or spread all out, you need to get both variables on one side and then the constant on the other side through algebraic manipulation. So if you don't have your systems in this stacked mode, this will not work. On the newer calculators, they actually put in the x and the y, so you just enter in the coefficients. So let's say we wanted to do this top one, so we're going to literally one at a time enter all the coefficients, and then we will solve. So 4, negative 7, and negative 3. Make sure you press enter on that last one, and then solve, and it will deliver to you the x and the y. So the x1 represents the first variable, the x2 represents the second variable. And this will do all 2, 1, 3, and then 4, 2, and 6. This will do all. So when you see this, this is just a more advanced way of telling you all real or an infinite number of solutions, I should say. This is where the online version might be a little better because they actually just say an infinite number of solutions, but this actually gives a format for that infinite number of solutions. So if you see this weird printout, like x1 equals x1 or x2 equals x2, and then you'll see x1 in terms of x2, that's a giveaway for an infinite number of solutions. And then the third one here, so 2, 1, 3, and then 4, 2, and 7. So this will just spit out no solution found. So one of each. I also have the online version. Okay, and then of course you just put in your first equation. So 2x plus y equals 3. And then the second equation, 4x minus 7y equals negative 3. And then calculate, and it will actually show everything. You just pull down to the bottom. 1, 1 is the solution. And then if you have anything different, or the other two solutions, I should say. So here's the, oops, I've got to go calculate here. So you end up with this identity infinitely many solutions. So I really like this, and the fact that it, I'm going to hit calculate first, and then solve. So no solutions there. So it will actually print out that correct terminology. So we have a big assignment on linear systems that this will be helpful on if you need to use it.